Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Twisted Paper Studio. It's day 4 of the 100-day project. Thank you for joining me back here. I want to wish beautiful blessings to Beverly Matthews 354, Annette DePet 4314. Beautiful blessings to you. Also to Jean Blonde Woman Stamping 97. Beautiful blessings to you. And beautiful blessings to Carolyn Freeman 2979. Beautiful blessings to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to comment on my channel. It is so kind of you. I'm just going to set the timer here. We're going to start. I'm also going to take a card from here because I want to share them with you, and I like to get them too. Okay, let's see what we got today. We have the Avocado Dragon. Patience. Oh, good. I'm going to need patience for today's video because of the fact we're doing the 3-hole signature punch, 2 signatures in the Tall Skinny Journal. That's what we're doing today. Avocado. Avocado Dragon. The mystical meaning. The Avocado Dragon calls for patience. Something currently may be quite difficult. Oh, it knew what I was doing today. But if you allow it time, the situation will mellow. If you force things before their time, you could find it tough going. Step back from the problem, examine what else needs to happen so that things will fall into place. This is a lesson for you about waiting. Remember that all things mature in their own time. You can't force change without causing harm. He's so cute. He's got little avocado wings. Oh, it's just adorable. I just adore these cards from my sister. I hope you guys are enjoying them too. Okay, so today we're going to do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. For all those that are new, that's what we're doing. I'll take my time, go through everything slowly and explain it to you. You're also going to decorate the cover. I figured I'd put these on with you guys here. I did go back into the book and choose, it's kind of the same, just opposite background color. This is white and this is blue, so I did choose that. I still don't quite know what I'm doing with the book. I really don't. So I think it's going to be a tag holder book. I just don't know how to do the binding. And I don't know how I want to do the pages, but we can insert this on the sides and that will be done. And then we can figure out together what to do on the inside. How I'm going to bind it. First, what I'm going to put in. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it a tag book. I just don't know if I want the whole book to be pockets to hold the tags. And if so, I just don't know. If I want 2 signatures, if I want 1, I got to figure that out because this is a mistake and it is an odd shape. However, it's a pretty mistake. Don't you think so? I think it's a pretty mistake. And we still need a focal point. We need a closure. We'll figure all that out together. All right. So I took my Fabri-Tac and put those pieces in. If I wanted to, which I might, go around and sew around the outside so that these pieces stay in better. I might not, just for the purpose that it's just going to be a tag book. And it might be good for now. Okay. Let us start. This is going to be this was that sweet Little Debbie's cake with the oh my gosh, spine, with the bigger spine in the Long Tall Skinny book. So I'm basically going to do the same type of a thing where I just collage over the front. I work with these colors often, so I had this picked out for something else. I kind of know what I want to do, but kind of not. So I'm just going to go with that flow, the feeling that I get when I'm collaging, and I'm just going to do it. If I don't feel that I have the right stuff in front of me, I will pause the camera and maybe go get some more things, but I think we'll be able to get this done. And I might even pause the camera to sew the cover on so that I can come back and we can put the signatures in. Oh, I like that. I like that whole look with the it has the Eiffel Tower. Maybe I want to start it there with the Eiffel Tower on the front. I think I like that look. So we'll just put that rip there, like that. I love ripping my fabric, you guys. You'll get to know that about me. I don't know, however, if I want it that tall. Oh, actually, yeah, the book is tall, huh? And also, this is the first time I'm trying out doing 2 videos in one day to try to upload them both. And I hope that works out for me. I am going to try that out today. So I hope it works. And if it does, I'll be able to get, it'll be less chaos with me in uploading videos. Okay, I think it's a little bit too tall with this one piece. Let me see. I gotta work this out, you guys. This is the way I do this stuff. I like the polka dots too. And I just basically take my fabric and do the collaging the same as I would with, the same way as I would with paper. The same way. There is one thing that I see right here that if you guys come across this and you don't like the look, I already know that I don't. This is see-through, this fabric. I could see this bag, this brown paper bag underneath. I would collage underneath with something pretty, either a pretty book page, or I would put a pretty digital underneath there so that you can kind of see through. So I'm going to see how that goes. If I'm even going to use the fabric, I don't even know. I'm still going to just play with this. I'm thinking possibly I might want this rose over here, or maybe over here. Maybe it's not working for me on the front there. I definitely like that look a lot. I do. And since I'm going to sew this, I already know that it will be okay if this piece is just barely over the seam. Now that covers the Paris. Okay, there we go there. Oh, I might need to pause the camera. I just might. Yeah, I don't have enough fabric here, what I thought I would. Oh, unless I go with this. All right, I like that way. I think I do. I think I like that way. And maybe I'll put this down here. Yes. We'll do that. See, it's the same way collaging with paper as it is with fabric. It's just a different texture, that's all. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that. I like that look. All right, so let's put that down. And because I'm going to sew, I do have to make sure that it's down all the way, and it does have to dry before I sew. So we'll go over a few things, and if it's still not dry and I need to sew, I'll pause the camera, wait for it to dry, I'll sew around it, and then I'll come back and do the rest of the video. That's just the way it's got to go, you guys. Sorry. All right, so I have a tool, and I also can use my finger. I think I'm going to use my tool if it's right here. I hope so. It's a silicone. Oh, is it here? It's a silicone tool. Yes. And it allows you to spread your glue around without getting it all over your fingers. So I'm using Fabri-Tac glue because it dries quickly, and also it's okay. It doesn't goop up the needle on your sewing machine when it's dry. And I'm not worrying about putting too much down. I just want enough so that the fabric will stay in place because I'm going to sew. And if it's just a little bit down, it will keep the fabric in place. These silicone tools, you can get them on Amazon. I believe they're called silicone spatulas, or something about makeup. Could be like a silicone makeup application or something like that. That's kind of what they're for, I think. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this down and where I want it. That's it. I'm gonna smooth it out like that. Okay. And then what did I choose? This over here. I'm going to go ahead and cut here so I could keep it. Well, no, I'll rip it. I changed my mind. And I'm going to overlap this because when my fabric overlaps for my own self, that's how I do it. You can do it the way you want to, but when my fabric overlaps on the covers, I sew around them sometimes, or I sew down the line, so this way it all stays. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do that. I know myself. But then again, everything changes when I design things. My mind changes its mind all the time. So I could change my mind when I get to the sewing machine and decide to put on a ribbon, or decide to put on, you know, some kind of a, not a ribbon, what's the word? I forget the word. I'll show you what I mean. I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. Okay. And put this on. And any excess I'm going to trim with the scissor. And then I think maybe I'll keep this green on here. I think I'll do that. I'll take this part off. Let me see. Yeah, because I wanted to just keep the Eiffel Tower. That's right. Okay. I was wondering. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty. But no, I wanted to keep the Eiffel Tower. That was the whole reasoning. Okay. There we go. And I'm not gonna glue. If I need to glue it down onto the fabric, I will do that after. I'm just gonna worry about getting it on the cardboard, on the, on the brown paper bag, cardboard. I'm calling it cardboard, but we all know that I covered it in craft paper. What is that word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word. I want to say tapestry, but it's not tapestry. It's not ribbon. Why can't I think of the word? I'm wondering if I should go get myself checked out. Because I can't think of things on the spot. Don't get it. Okay. It's a little curved right here, so I'm just making sure that it reaches the edge. But I probably am going to have to cut it, but that's okay. And I will decide what I want to do up here when I get to the sewing machine. I'm probably going to make it a straighter line and just cut across. It's kind of crooked. And you guys can take your time. You can also use that. If you use fabric to do your books and you don't want to rip it and you want it all perfect, you can use that rolling thing. And I did also want to tell you guys something. I was watching my video back, my own self. You know, I don't proclaim to be any kind of a pro or anything, or, you know, I didn't go to school. I don't have any degrees or anything like that. I just enjoy this art and am self-taught. And I'm just interested in teaching if anyone else wants to learn, because I kind of didn't have this when I was learning, you know. I had paid for courses, and every day I would wait for Martha Stewart to come on so I could see if there was anything she was teaching that I could learn. Okay, let me measure this. So, yeah, I'm just a regular person, just like you. I just took the time to learn the stuff that I wanted to because I was interested in it, just like you are. That's probably why you're here. And I just learned it. And I know that I have an eye for design that's different from others. I do know that. I've been told that many, many times, including in my house decoration, the way I dress, and all kinds of things. I understand that. So I kind of just taking those things into my bookmaking. That's really all I'm doing. But as far as schooling goes, I just went, you know, the regular schooling, 12th grade. Okay. I don't have any college degrees or anything like that. Okay. I'm just cutting off this excess now. Why can't I think of that word? I wonder if I see the product, if I'll know the word. Probably not. I want to say tapestry, but that's not the word. I'm going to take a look now. Okay, so I still have to do work here. I could see that. I don't think I want this. I don't really like this here. I think the sewing machine is going to take care of that look for me. On the side. Yes, sometimes you have trouble with this. I'm just going to go turn it back around again and take a look at that one piece because it looks crooked. Sometimes I let it hang over, sometimes I don't. Okay, this has to go more. And you'll get it. You just have to work at it. If it's hanging over and you don't like it, you could use a craft knife too. I'm just being lazy. Okay. Now, I kind of don't like the way that it's going. And I still have room there. I think what I want to do is put it underneath the pink part. So I'm going to rip it up. Well, not rip it, but you know, take it up off the glue if I can, if it didn't already glue down. There you go. It didn't glue down all the way perfectly. Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to put this down first because I just am not liking the way that looks personally. I'm going to put, hey. I'll put that down there and then that over. Oh yeah, I like that much better. Much, much better. I guess this fabric didn't fray like that one. Okay. I'm not going to put too much glue because I'm going to sew. And there we go. And why can't I think of the name? What's it called? Trim. Huh? Oh my gosh. What a simple word, you guys. Trim. Let me see what I have. I might have some, I might not. Let me take a look. I like that trim. You can buy your trim in Hobby Lobby. I'm thinking that I like that. We'll see. When I go to sew it, I'm going to see. I have to take a look around in my stash. But yeah, you guys can put trim on there if you're going to sew it. If you're not going to sew it, make sure, you know, everything. You could still use this fabric tack. Just make sure that you wipe it down good with your whatever tool. Either a card or your finger. Smooth it all down to get your fabric down smooth. And then you might want to use that tool. I don't know what tool. Excuse me. I have my water. I have to get my water and my glasses. Hold on, I'm getting the tool. But I think if you guys are new, you would need to know it. But if you're a pro and you work with fabric, you don't need to know it. Oh my gosh, my tools are all tangled. Okay, this tool. I didn't cut myself, did I? I feel like I did, but I just poked myself 1,000 times. If you're not going to sew and you don't want the frayed edges, you can use this tool and it will help out a little bit. And then when you glue it down, it won't fray if you glue it. And then, okay, so now I think I do have to pause the camera to sew it because of the fact that now we need to do the inside. So I'm going to take a 2-minute break, let this dry, and then sew it. Maybe we can do the paper first. We'll pick out the papers. That's what we'll do. We'll pick out the papers before I put it on. So this way it has a chance and it will dry. And we'll use this throughout the book maybe. These pieces, we'll use them. These extra pieces like this, if I have them left over because I use them on the cover, I take them and I use them in pieces in the book. That's what I do. Okay, so now for the inside of the book, I have some, oh, I hope I didn't move the camera because I have it plugged in. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I have some children's school book pages I got while thrifting. I have some ledger paper of different sizes. I have some, now because I know I'm going to make this an Easter book, so I took, I have a children's book, The Best Picture Dictionary. I just love it so much, and I'm going to use some pages from there because it's my favorite, and I like mixing it in with, I'm a more of a whimsical artist. I like whimsy. And no, I did not pull this book apart first, so I'm just going to go down. These book pages are rather large anyway. Just going down it with the craft knife. And I'm going to take out 2. like this one. And there was one with the bunny. That one. Okay. So I'll put this back for another time. Now I have 2 pages. I am doing 2 signatures. And then also I have a Beatrix Potter book, which I use very, very often in my work. Very, very often. So I'm just going to cut along here to get a page out, and I will clean it up after, because I did not take the time to cut them. I'll use this one. Okay. And I have an old, very old vintage Mother Goose book. This is so cute. And we will use this one. And these pictures pull, these ones pull out rather easy. Get a different color. No, we'll use this one, even though it's the same type of color. 2 different pages. And then I also have this Richard Scarry's. This is a vintage book as well, and I love this book, and I pretty much use a page here and there. Look, I am a bunny. So cute. I am a bunny, and my name is Nicholas, and I live in the hollow tree. He's just adorable. I can't get enough of this book. I love this book so much. I'll use this one. I use this sparingly. I only use one of this page. It's very, very old book, and I just think it's adorable. So this book is oh my gosh, I don't even know if there's a year on it at all. It's so old. Oh, there is. 1956. 19? It was recopied though. Oh, 1971. The year I was born. It's 52 years old. 51. 52. I say 52. I always put myself older than what I am. I'm gonna be 52. I'm only 51. Okay. So, now that we have those pages picked out, I'll go and get some coffee dyed pages and some. So I'll do 2 in the pink, because it's more whimsical. We'll do 2 of these. I believe those are from my friend, Miss Leslie, over at 507 Little House Journals. We'll do 2 of those. And we'll do 2 coffee dyed papers. There. Trying to see if I have any, maybe 2 of these. Ooh, I like this color. Oh, and then I'll do the avocado. I'll do avocado dyed paper. That's in the bottom. I'm gonna get them. Hold on. Okay. And I'll put this over to the side. And then we need some regular book pages. Okay. So I also need some ledger paper. Not ledger paper. Graph paper. I need that. I need graph paper. Alright, so I put these away from before. You know what? I'll do this, 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 and a few of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have no digitals in front of me. I wanted to get this video done, and there's something wrong with my printer. It printed those sheets from the last video off funny, and I have to do a whole big setting things, and I didn't get to it. Oh, these are already folded. Maybe we'll use these. Okay. All right. I think that's good. Or maybe we should have some French pages in here. I kind of fold my pages up already so they're ready to go for my books when I need them. 1, 2, and then 3, 4. We'll just keep these out anyway, just in case. I'm going to take this off my desk so we can start to assemble the cover. So we can start to assemble the 2 signatures. Okay. And then the rest of it afterwards is just going to be decorating it. You know, the only difference is I'm just not using digitals to fill the book with. Oh, that looks nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, it's gonna look pretty. All right, so those ones are already folded. And I realize they're not in film, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're going to fold these up. And I think they're going to fit just fine in here. Yeah, I think so. So, I know I had to clean up some of the edges on these, so we will set those aside to be able to do that before they go in. I like all this. Oh look, that's got the pencil mark on it. Use that. So we'll fold that. And this is all I do to make my books. I mean, I know it's a bit different from you because everyone has different things and that's how they work. So I have an accumulation of things for a long time, and I've loved paper for a very, very long time. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a secretary. That's what I thought because I loved paper so much. Secretary, you guys. That's what I thought. What the heck was I thinking? My mom didn't allow me to be a big dreamer like I allow my kids to be. I loved paper. She should have said, you should be an artist. Nope. Okay, there we go. I love this color. I don't know if I'll ever get this color back again, but I don't know what I did. That's like a whole bunch of different kinds of dyes I was trying out. And this is like pink and coffee. I think this is turmeric. So pretty. It's definitely Easter, springy Easter kind of a book. It's definitely the right colors for that. We're going to count them afterwards just to see what we have. So let me know what you guys think of the two signature tall skinny. I didn't hear any feedback from you when I first brought it into play. I'm wondering what you guys think. Would you guys make one too, a 2 signature one? I wonder. I know those have to go shorter. but I might make a pocket out of it. Okay, let me, why does that look crooked? Oh well, it's the print that's crooked. Can you believe it? Okay. Let me just clean these up on the side because I used my craft knife to get them out, not this one. I didn't use my craft knife on this one. Let's see. We'll use the ladder here. And it doesn't matter if I don't like the image or I want to add to the image. Like maybe I might put a bunny going up the stairs, up the ladder. That would be cute. And if the image doesn't suit the page, you can just collage on it. Okay, let me get this line straight. Or straighter. Oh, a lot of good that did me. It moved. I'll just use this and get it done. 1, 2, 3. Almost done. Okay, so we'll fold this up. How cute. How cute and darling. Oh, so cute. There we go. And then these ones, I think I'm going to have to make a... I'm definitely going to have to make a, you know, like it has to fold and then a flip. Because it'll be too wide. It's a big book. So we'll fold it back this way. There we go. And then fold this way. Or maybe let's fold it this way and then we'll do the flip on that side. I changed it. It's okay. You can change your mind. No one's here to say you can't. You can change your mind. Okay. There we go. So, now we have our signature pages. Oh, we forgot this one. I'm going to check that this might be a little thick, but that's okay because of the fact that I think I'm going to tear this up and do 2. Because of the fact that the spine is a little thick, it's going to be okay to have more pages. Let's try this. Use the ruler. Might come off better. There we go. Put this in there. And this in here. I think this is going to be cute all put together. Alright, and we'll put these in sporadically. And then we'll fold them back on itself. So that we can keep the whole page of the book. Okay. So let's start. I think I want to start with the pink. Because the book is pink. And these are the dyed papers. These are the book pages. Alright. And we have 2 signatures. These are smaller. Okay. So I'm just going to go 1. I'm going to do it quickly. Not too much thought. Not too much thought. But, of course, you know, evenly distributed pages. And then if they need to be trimmed up afterwards, we can do that. see. And a book page. Maybe we'll save that after, and we'll do another digital there. I mean another dyed paper. And then that. And that. And then maybe we'll do that. That. And this. And this. And if you want to change it around afterwards, you can. You don't have to keep it that way. Let me lay off this a minute. I want to use some of this other page stuff. And there's this. And this. And then, and of course, we're going to decorate these pages. We're decorating them. So I have a piece of ledger paper here, and I have a piece of this bunny page. So I'm going to use one there and one there. And then we have more there, and here, and then here. I think I want to keep that same thing. I'm going to use that. And ledger. And ledger. And then this color. This color. There. And I have to see if I have too many pages. Maybe I might have too many pages. What do you think? I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe we'll do that. And that. And then maybe I'll save these for the center. There. And there. I might separate these a little because some of those pages are kind of quite the same. What I drop? Okay. I'll use the avocado dyed, and avocado dyed, and I'll use the center and the center. Now, I did want to use the ledger. So, okay, let's go back and take a look and see what we have here. Boy, this is a thick journal. Let me see. Let me see if it's going to be two. I don't think so. I think it will. I think it's going to be fine. Oh, yeah. We have plenty of room. It even closes. And I love it. I think it's going to look cute. What do you guys think? I think so. Okay. We still have to decorate the inside. So I have to sew it first. Let me see. Let me see how this is looking. Maybe I might put this in here, like that. And we'll put this in here like that. Okay, so I think that's good enough. I think that we're full. I think so. All right, so how is this looking? I don't think I have to clean up anything at all, except for fold up those two ledger papers. Of course, this needs to be folded back on itself. And so does this. And then the ledger book page. I'm definitely going to make a pocket. And put that in there. And that's my center. The Richard Scarry book. Okay, let's take a look again after we do the other center. I mean the other ledger page. Just gonna make sure it's straight. Okay, let's take a look. And then I'm gonna pause you while I sew it. Okay, so my middle signature is a little bit tall, so I just need to take off the edges. I'm just going to take off a little bit off the top, a little bit off the bottom, so I can keep the whole image, because I love this book, and I don't want to cut too much off. I'll cut just to the image. That's it. I'll do the same on this side. And even try to keep the number and see how that works. Perfect. And I'll do the same over here. Yeah, it's a rather big book, big children's book, but I'm a big kid and I love it. Okay, just to the picture. And there. Let's see. I think that's gonna be perfect. Perfect. Looks perfect. 2 signatures, you see that? Okay, I'm gonna pause the camera. I'm gonna sew this so that we can insert these signatures, and I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, you guys, I'm back. All right, so I don't have my timer set because I think I'm just going to do this and then be finished with the video. We don't have that much time left, but I want to be able to do this. So what I did was I sewed all around it, and then I had to place these on off camera because I had to sew. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of water. I'm sorry. I had to sew around it, and I had to get all that work done. So what I'm going to do is put this down the center. So I do need my fabric down the center. So I'm just going to use this piece. It is a piece of like what we used on the front, and I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to leave a tiny bit overhang. I like that look. And then we're going to get this in here today, these signatures, with this 3-hole signature punch. And like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not a pro. This is just how I do it. Many people do it differently, and that's okay. You could find your own way to do it too. I'm just kind of showing you how they go in, how the signature will go in. Okay. So I'm putting this piece of fabric down here so that I can cover up the spine in the inside. And you're going to see a tiny bit lay off on each side of the paper. And I think it looks pretty. So I'm going to glue that down. Let me just get that here first. And then we will go over putting in the holes of the spine and putting it in. I'll put this side down first, and then I'll put the sides down. If the sides need to go better down, then I'll put it down with more glue. I'm just interested in getting this down first. And I'll go ahead and kind of place it in the center with a little bit at the top. Oh, I think I want the flowers at the top. Let me just turn this around. There we go. Like that. That's good. Okay. And then, of course, I'll glue this down just a tiny bit, and then if I want more down, I'll glue it, you know. You can glue it down as best as you want, as needed. You can let it flippity floppity a little bit, or make it snug. Okay. And this paper came from the same book that I got the flowers, the blue flowers from yesterday. It's just it was just a polka dot in there. I have my scrapbooking paper in a stack, and the paper I wanted was all the way at the bottom, and I didn't want to go picking it all up to get it. So I settled for this pink polka dotted, this polka dotted one, which it looks really cute. So here's what it's going to look like all together. I need that to stay down. Nope. Okay. I'll have to get that a little bit more in the crease. Let me just lift it while it's still wet. You want to get it in the crease, well, as much of the glue coverage as you can, so that it doesn't do that bubbly thing. I think that should work. Let me just check it. It's doing a little bit, but it's okay. It's because I'm closing it before it's dry. I'll just do it one more time before it dries all the way. Of course, it's going to give me a problem on camera because I'm not taking my time. I'll do it a little bit better. I'm not taking my time. Take your time. Don't do what I did. Take your time. And my fingers are cramping. Get off there. You gotta beat the clock before the glue dries. Okay. All right. That should work a little bit better. Yes, that's better. And this is going to be behind the signatures anyway, so it'll be okay. It will, I promise. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how this was going to look with the paper in there. It looks pretty. I like it. I like it very much so. Okay, now to do the signatures. This one was my first one because we have the bunny part in there. So we're basically going to do the thing with the paper clips. Make sure it's in the upright position. And this is a 3-hole signature punch, and I have 2 signatures. So I'm going to do you can work from back to front or front to back, whatever you want. I'm putting my paper clips down so it can hold the paper good. Making sure they're pushed in really good and everything's in its place. I'll do the same thing over here on this side. Over here. And over here. Okay. I'm excited to make a two signature tall skinny journal. I'm really excited. Although you guys won't see this till tomorrow because I'm filming in advance. Okay, so now this is what I do. I learned this, I think, on TikTok. I'm pretty sure I learned it on TikTok. So of course this is 11 1/4 inches height, and paper's not 11 1/4 inches height. And this, especially this graph paper. But what I did was, it's exactly the width of the spine. This piece of paper, I cut it out before I put the fabric on. So it's the exact width of the spine, right? Now, in order for me to get my points, what I did was I folded it in half, and then I folded it in half this way and then half this way to meet where the half mark is. So now I have 3 folds in the paper, one in the middle, one on this side, and one on this side. And then I take it and I fold it up like that So there's my middle, and then I do it one more time, and this is for the 3-hole pamphlet stitch punch. 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Okay, and then I fold it again. So that gives me the 3 holes, one in the middle and one on each side. And it gives me sort of a place for it to be all centered. So I'm going to take my pen. Where'd it go? Am I recording? Okay, good. And what do I do with my pen? I don't know what I did with it. Hold on one second. I probably brought it with me over to my desk. Oh, I found my pencil. Okay. Alright. Now, I have my mark here that I had the folds, my mark here that I had the fold, and my mark here that I had the folds. I'm going to kind of find the center here. I'm going to eyeball it. I know I have a little bit room up top there, and I have a little bit room down there. And I'm going to find my, where I made those folds. And I need to kind of center it. So it's going to be about there and there. And this is the folded line here, so it'll be about there and there. And then again, we'll do it on this fold line. It's going to be about there and there. All right, so these line up. This is lined up in the center. And this is how I do this. You may do it differently, and that's perfectly fine. That's okay. And you could also learn differently. If my teaching is not the best, and you know of a different method, or you want to learn from someone else, by all means, you just have to Google, you know, their name, and or Google that, the 3-hole pamphlet punch, and see if they teach it on their channel. This is honestly, it's just the way I do it. It doesn't have to be done this way. All right, so here are my grid lines on this paper. I'm just going to get a piece of washi tape because these aren't really working that well. I'm just going to temporarily put this down in its place. This is temporary. I'll pull it up when I'm done. I need to make the holes, and I'm going to be making them with the awl. Oh, that was the other thing. I didn't call the tool the right thing in the last video. And I also want to check to make sure that this is even, which I think I moved it just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's a little low. So let me move it up some. Okay, and I know where I can feel my lines, and I'm going to check it though. I'm going to check it and make sure that it's in the center, and it is. It is in the center there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my awl and make my hole. If I can find that. I just took everything out, and then I moved it because I wanted to find my pen. Oh my gosh. And our clock is ticking. It's really not ticking, but we've been going at this a really long time. Okay, there's my, hold on. Here it is. I didn't take it out. Okay, so I have my, this is my needle awl here. I'm just going to make my holes in here. I made sure that they were in the right places where I wanted them. I'm going to go do one here and poke through. Make sure I poke good. And then do one here and poke through. There we go. And stay in place now. I'm going to do the next one. And then the next one. Whoopsie. The tape come up. And let me keep that in there. Where was I? Okay. Whew. Stay in place. The tape is only temporary hold. It's gonna move. You can pin it down too. Okay, went through and then went through. All right, and remember, this is not hard. It's only cardboard. It's only the cardboard that we, you know, had the cakes out of. Okay, I'm gonna make the hole just a little bit bigger with this. Just so I have them bigger. I'm not getting my hand, it's behind there. Oh, I want to make sure this is straight. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, okay. Even the dots. Straight. Make sure it's straight. Okay, there should be a little bit bigger. There we go. Now I could see my holes in here. In the spine. And they look, they're as even as they're going to be. They look a little even. They're a little moved here and there, but I have a trick for that too if it's uneven. I'm not the perfect at doing this. I really am. I can tell you that I am not. I am not the perfect one at doing this. And now I'm going to pick, I picked green for this. I think it looks pretty. We're going to go with it. And I'm sure there's a better way somewhere out there. This is just my way. Okay. All right. And we also have to do the pamphlet. Hold on. So I'm going to get my thread and thread it here. Okay. And now I'm going to take this, and because it has my holes in it already, I'm going to place this on the paper. I'm taking this tape off. Oh, I can put the tape around here. That's fine. I'm just getting the whole measurements that are in my spine now. These are the exact same ones. And I'm going to find the center here with this paper. Remember how we did the first hole? The first fold? I'm getting my folds back in place that has the hole near it. Let me do that again. I didn't do it right. And there has to be a better way. I did try to buy something to do it better, to get it more precise, but it never really works out for me. So I just do it this way by eye. It's the only way I could do it. Okay, so now I have my my paper in the center here with my grid, and I see my holes, and I'm just going to take my pencil and make a little dot. Just like that. It keeps moving a tiny bit, but honestly, a tiny bit is okay. A tiny. I just need to make sure that I can see it. Okay, I can. Okay, I'm going to double check the pencil mark again, just because, you know, I'm kooky. Yep, okay. Now that I know where my pencil marks are, I'm going to make my hole. And I'm going to close it and push it through. And then close it and push it through. And close it. This is in the way. And push it through. Okay. There we go. So we have our first signature with the holes in it. We have our back with the holes in it, the cover with the holes in it. So now I'm going to take my thread and my needle, and I'm going to start. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to start from the inside, middle, in the middle hole, and I'm going to poke my needle through. It's easier with the paper closed. It will go right into your hole. And then I'm going to put it through the center hole, first row in the spine, pulling it close. And then you can either come back through on the top or the bottom. It doesn't quite matter. So I'm going to go through on the bottom, bring my needle through, and then I'm going to bring it through the signature, making sure that it's closed so that my needle can come right through. It's easier if it's closed, okay? And then I'm going to come up through the center to the top hole, close it up, and then bring it back through. To the back, to the outside, and then I'm going to re-enter through the center hole. And we're going to tie it in the inside. So I'm going to re-enter through the center hole, and be careful you don't split your thread. You want to make sure that you don't split your thread. Do it to the side, to the side of the string, not on the string. And there it went through. And then I'm going to do the same thing through the signature. Being careful not to split my thread, I'm just going to put it right next to it. And it went through. Okay. And that's one signature done. All right, and then I'm going to pull my strings. I don't want to lose my needle. I'm going to pull my strings. If you finagle them and work with them, you know, one string is going to be attached. If you don't want it attached, you can cut it. It's just you don't waste that much if you keep it attached. Okay. There we go. Now I usually dangle something at the bottom, so I'm going to leave 2 lengths long, as long as the book is. Make sure out here is good. That looks good to me. And then I'm going to put 1 string on each side. 1 string on each side of this center cord. Make sure it's tight. Make sure it's even. It's in its place and tight. And then I'll just tie a knot. You don't have to tie an immediate hard knot if you are unsure and you want to leave it just like that. And it's just 1 little knot so you can get it loose, if anything, until you're ready. Okay? And then we'll do the next one. I'll go ahead and push that down like that. Okay, now we're doing this one. It's the same thing. We're going to make our hole in the center, or our pencil mark, actually. I'm going to put this down just like I did. And I'm going to find my center there. I have it. I'm going to push this pencil in. Push this pencil in. And then push this pencil in. So I could just get that little mark that I need. You don't quite see it on this one. Hold on. Okay, I see it now. It would help if the pencil was out. Okay, all right. And then I'm going to take the awl and do the same thing. I could use, I have a tendency to switch back and forth tools. It's okay. If you have many tools and you switch back and forth tools, you can. I have this awl and I have the other awl. So I'm just going to make my hole. Make my hole. And then I need to pull this up a little and then make my other hole. I'm keeping it closed each time I do because there's more chance of it landing on the fold on the outside. If you don't do that and you want to test it out to see what happens when it's open, I suggest doing that on copy paper. Okay, so now we have our holes made, and I'm just going to thread my needle again. I'm using the green again, and we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to start with the center. Get our needle in that hole we just made. Start with the center. Whoops. And then find the center in the spine. Make sure it's upright. It is. Okay, make sure everything's going in the right direction. Okay, now we pulled it through the outside, and we can choose the top or the bottom to go through. I'll go through the bottom. It's a little bit more, you know, chunkier this time because your first signature is in. This went through, so you can put it through there first. Now I can put it through the paper. Keeping it closed is the easiest way. It goes right through. Sometimes I have problems. Okay, now I'm going to come up through the top. So it's going right up through the top here. And now I'm going to go through the top in the spine. Okay, now everything's done. I just need to come back through that center hole again and bring the needle through so we can tie it. So I'm going to bring this through. Just be careful not to split the thread, and I did not. However, I lost the thread. I lost it. And then we're going to come through the paper. Like this. It'll go. Sometimes you just gotta work at it. Okay, I got it. I like the big long needles because you can, you know, you have plenty of room to work and play around with feeling it, and it's easy to pull. There's something to grip. Okay, so now I have two threads on this side. I have one that's attached to here and then the open one. So I know that I want them long. I'm just going to cut it now. And then I'm going to tighten everything up. I'm going to make sure that one string is on one side of the center and one string is on the other side of the center. So when I tie the knot, this gets tightened up in there. But first I'm going to tighten everything up. I'm just going to pull it, make sure that it's tight. It's not loose. It's not loose on the outside, although it's a tiny bit crooked, but I can deal with that. I can deal with that. That was my own misfortune of poking the holes. Poke the holes, if they're not exactly straight, that's what will happen. If you want something to be really straight, make sure you take your time. But you'll notice that, listen, we're making these books by hand. We're not a machine. We are not machines. We are not mass producing anything. It's our art. If it's a little off, then it's a little off. Okay. I'm going to fold this over this way, like that. And then fold this over this way, like that. And there we go. That is our two signature tall skinny journal made from a Little Debbie's box. I think I'll just you know, of course I'm going to be trimming up things around here because it's gonna happen. It's a new journal, so it's gonna have wear and tear, and you're gonna have to trim it up and make it perfect. We're going to find something to put as the focal point. I'll have to pick something out to put as the focal point. I'm planning to make it an Easter journal, so we'll have to get some Easter things out. And I think that's basically it. We are going to go over some other types of journals throughout my 100-day project. However, I think we're going to start with some ephemera making and not do so much of the journal types. The next two journal types that we're going to go over is the open spine journal type, and then we'll make some smaller journals, like a little journal bags and little things like that. But that's basically what we're going to go over, and I'm absolutely loving this journal. I love it so much. I think it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love all the papers. And now we can decorate it with ephemera and with digitals. That's going to be the fun part. And then if I'm not happy, but I think this is perfectly fine to me. It's honestly, it's not barely even crooked at all. It's like one line is going like it's no big deal. But if I weren't happy with it, if I really weren't happy with it, I can always take a piece of trim and just cover up the spine. I would just glue it on there like that. Just like that. But I'm not unhappy with it at all, and I think I'm just going to leave it because I love it. It gives it character. All right, well, thank you for joining me today. Have a beautiful, blessed day. So we did the inside here, and we did this two signature tall skinny journal. And I will see you guys again back tomorrow for day 5, because this is for day 4. I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now, my crafting buddies.